Welcome back to Kickin' Flavor. Got some quality sneaker content for you today. Got some good information. We're going to be talking about the Nike Cortez Yin and Yang. It's coming out the summer 2023. This is one of the best Cortezes that I've seen in a long time. I really enjoy this Cortez. I'm enjoying finding out more and more information about it. Physically, this is probably a 9 out of 10. One of my favorite looking shoes of the year. I can't wait to talk about that. Talk about the aesthetics, the colors, the color contrast, and the whole concept behind the yin and yang is very interesting, and I'm excited to talk about that, so we're gonna get into it. We also gonna be talking about the Nike Terminator High Como de Garçon. This is a shoe that came out earlier this month, and it didn't draw a lot of attention, didn't get a lot of people too excited. But now that I'm going back and looking at the shoe, not only do I think the shoe has girl potential, but I just want to give CDG or Como de Garçon their flowers, because when we look at the collabs that they've done specifically with Nike, they've done collabs all over the place, but this is just going to be about the Nike collabs. They're severely underrated, and they rarely miss when it comes to look, when it comes to material and quality, and also when it comes to resale value. So people sleeping on these Terminator highs, it might be a money making opportunity there. It might be a flip opportunity. We're gonna get into that, man. Okay, we also gonna talk about 1 million plus pairs of the defining moments package, the 11 Jordan 11s. 1 million pairs will be produced. Okay, now, do y'all believe that? I got to know. Get in the comments and let me know. We gonna talk about that because this is a deep topic, y'all. We gonna talk about the shoe. We're gonna talk about the shoe economy, you know, the economy in the country as a whole, but more importantly, how it's affecting the shoe game, why Nike has decided to release 1 million pair. We're gonna get into that, man. It's more to that than we think. We're gonna break it down, man. All right, and we also gonna talk about the Crenshaw Skate Club dunks, the picture surface. We had a little clip with a little bit of a shoe showing. Now we got a whole thing. We're gonna get into it. We got a little bit more information than we had before. We're gonna talk about all that and dive deep into it. Now, if you enjoy this content, if you find it entertaining, or you find this information useful, if you use it in any way to better yourself, like, share, subscribe, help the channel grow. I enjoy bringing y'all sneaker news, sneaker content, sneaker updates. Let's get into it now. Hey, now let's get into this Yin and Yang Cortez, man. This is gonna be one of my favorite releases of the year, I can already tell. All right, so in 2022, that was actually the 50th anniversary of the Cortez. So last year was the 50th anniversary of the Cortez, but this year in 2023, we seeing some of the best Cortez, man. We had the Cortez, which is the Kung Fu inspired Cortez. I talked about that in multiple videos. A big time shoe, a great looking shoe. The slip out feature was something that I feel kind of threw a lot of people off, or didn't make it seem as wearable. Now, I didn't purchase these shoes myself, so I don't know how wearable the actual shoes is, but the fact that they had the slip out thing, that kind of strayed some people away from it, but the resale value was still very high on the shoe, and a lot of people love the shoe. Now, this Yin Yang theme is not a collab. This is just a regular Nike Cortez. Now, will it be a general release with as much stock as a regular Cortez? I don't know. That's still to be determined. We're not sure about that. Okay, it's a lot of things going on with this shoe that we're not sure about. We're really not sure about anything. We're not sure about the price. We do know that the release date is 2023. That's really all we know. We see the removable tongue shrouds on the shoe, man. This is just a good looking shoe. I'm a big fan of that split colorway. A lot of people don't like that when the colors kind of overlap and split. One shoe, being split down the middle or split at an angle, having one color on one side, one color on the other side. I like that, man. I'm a big fan of that. I also like shoes that have different things on each shoe. Stuff like that. That's not for everybody, man, but I do enjoy that. So clearly this shoe is basically split down the middle. It's split on the inside and on the outside of the upper as far as the color goes. And I'm gonna just put the pictures from all angles so y'all can see how the color contrast is here, how this white and black collide. I don't think anything looks better than this when you talk about something like this being split down the middle, or just, different angles. And that's something that Nike does very well. They play with color blocking and angles very well on the Cortez that we've seen lately, and this one looks just as good, y'all. Now, these are the first pictures that we seeing of this shoe, and like I said, I don't really have too many complaints. The only thing that I would say, I want to see how they look without the tongue shroud. Of course, it probably just looks like a regular Nike Cortez, but we really need to see how they look without that. I would imagine a lot of people are gonna take those off. I don't think that, well, you may wear them a couple of times with it on there, but we want to see how those look with the tongue off, man. I just want to see the shoe without that. Obviously, like I said, you can wear it both ways. Some people gonna keep theirs on, some gonna take theirs off. But that removable zippered tongue shroud, I want to see how it looks without that. It is removable for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So them posting pictures without that, I don't know, man. I don't know how cool that was. That's kind of a tease. That's a little bit of a tease. But if you see any pictures without the tongue shroud, let me know. It's a dope addition to the shoe. It's a nice feature. I like it, and I really like the fact that it's removable. That's kind of big and bulky, and you probably don't want that on your shoes all the time. It's probably some jeans that I have in my closet that wouldn't really agree with the tongue shroud being like that. Just a big thick covering like that. It might not sit well. It might not look good with some styles that you wear, but it's no worries because it's removable. Now, like I said, it's not a lot to know about this shoe. No specific release dates, no sizing, no nothing. We just have these pictures, but I'm gonna keep y'all up to date on everything that's going on with this shoe. One of my favorite shoes, man. It's been a lot of black and white going down with the Sheed, with the Rasheed Wallace off-white Air Force Ones I talked about a few videos ago. So that's right up my alley, man. I'm loving both those pair. But this Cortez, I'll let y'all know anything I hear about it. I don't know if it'll be limited. I don't know if there'll be any other extra things with it, man. Usually shoes like this with that big removable zipper shroud on the front, things like that, it may be some type of limit to the inventory, some type of limit to the stock. With things like that, they know that doesn't appeal to everybody. Not everybody's gonna like that, but let's see how the marketing with this shoe goes, man. I mean, this could be a big shoe for Cortez, and Cortez is gonna have a big year. They're gonna have a really big year. So let me know what y'all think about this shoe, man. Get into the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this Nike Cortez Yin Yang. Let me know what y'all think about all the Cortez that have been dropped recently in the past year. Get in the comments. Let me know. For me personally, this is number one on my list. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what's number one on y'all's. Okay, now the next shoe I want to talk about is the Nike Terminator High. This shoe is not for everybody, man. This is an old looking shoe, an old style shoe. If you watch my content, you know I really like shoes that are high and, come up and cover the ankle. So this is not going to be a shoe for everybody. It really got that retro look. So if you're not a fan of the big blocky retro look, this is not for you. But outside of the shoe, I want to talk about Comme des Garçons. They've been killing every collab, man. I think they collabs have went under the radar. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not in the loop. Maybe I'm not cool. Maybe these are just so limited that, a lot of people, they're not even looking to try to purchase them or trying to compete for pairs or whatever the case may be. Y'all get in the comments, let me know. I just feel like it's a lot of collabs that have been disappointing, and CDG or Comme des Garçons, they've been knocking it out the park the last couple times with their collabs. These Terminator Highs are some dope looking shoes, man. They actually come with the left back heel comes with the CDG logo. The right heel comes with the big Nike sign or the big Nike logo. Those oversized logos like that, man, the big old school looking blocky letters, that's cool to me. I think that's nice. I think if you pair that with some newer looking clothing, it's really gonna make the shoes pop. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot you can do with plain shoes, man. Plain shoes are very underrated. I know now is the days for bold colors and a lot of colorful stuff and colorful designs, and that's cool too. I like a lot of shoes like that too. I'm a big fan of the more gaudy looking Nikes and Jordans. I'm a fan of that too. But this clean look right here, simple, plain, black and white, white and red, white and blue, whatever the case may be, that does it for me every time. I'm gonna go with something like that over some a little bit more pronounced and something a little bit more eye-catching. I'd rather just go with something like this and see if I can dress it up other ways and let the outfit all come together. Now, Como des Garçons is a Japanese fashion imprint. They've collabed with Nike many times. Like I said, they all seem to be high quality. Now, I know the price tag probably scared a lot of people away. And it was kind of shocking when we first got this information that these Terminator highs would be, you know, about $235. That's Jordan prices, man. That's Jordan prices. That's a little bit more than Jordan prices right there at retail. So that kind of scared a lot of people away. You know, Terminators usually aren't nowhere near that much. But the Como des Garçons branding, and because it's a Como des Garçons collab, they decided to take it up a little bit to the $235 price mark. Now that is a high price, but looking back at CDG collabs, they always are worth it from a resale standpoint. Now these shoes do look good enough to where I would wear these shoes, but from a resale standpoint, even at it being $235, it still could be profitable down the road, depending how other CDG collabs in the future do. But the shoes in my size at a 13 right now on Flight Club, they're about $300. Okay, they're about $300, so that's not bad. These shoes came out April 1st, and for them to, you know, have jumped from $235, the resale now is already $300. That's pretty good. It will probably only get higher as time goes on. Again, I don't have any stock numbers. I should have researched a little bit more, but if I do, I'll put the graphics in this video. Now, like I said, man, Como des Garçons has done some great collabs in the past, and I feel like they're slept on. Maybe the price point is scaring people away. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I can definitely understand that a lot of people don't want to pay $235 for a Terminator high. That's just not where a lot of people fashion sense are. But let me know what y'all think about the work that they've done in the past. Are they just too expensive, or are they being slept on? Let's take a look at the Air Maxes, all right? Como des Garçons has some dope Air Maxes. I feel like they flew under the radar. Their foam posits was one of my favorite foam collabs ever, man. These foams look like almost like hypnotizing. Just great. You know, it's plain, but it's super clean, man. It's hard to not look at these shoes. I also had another collab that I knew very little about. And this is a nice looking shoe, man. The Air Sunder Max, all right, the white black colorway, a beautiful looking shoe. This came out in 2022. All right, well, it retroed in 2022. These Sunder Max, Nike Air Sunder Max, they first came out in 1999, all right? And I want to see more colorways. I want to see more colorways for this. The midsole is lightweight cushioning. You know what I mean? It's the visible air sole units. The top of the shoe, the upper looks futuristic. The bottom looks kind of retro. I don't know, man. This is a shoe that I think Nike needs to bring back. I'm gonna do my research on this shoe because this shoe is dope, man. And the Como des Garçons collab for this shoe is off the chain. Like I say, it flew under the radar. These shoes dropped in 2022. July of 2022 to be exact, and I feel like they just flew under the radar, man. They had a white black colorway, and then they had an all white colorway. Both of them are pretty good, but that white black colorway is definitely the one for me. And they also had some Air Max 95s. Como des Garçons Air Max 95, crazy fabric, look like it's ripped up fabric, just a unique looking shoe, man. These shoes came out in 2020, so I think these kind of flew under the radar, but it's just a light that I wanted to shine on Como des Garçons. Some of the collabs that they're doing are great, but we're gonna keep our eyes on how these Terminator highs do. I might check back. I might have to cop these at resale. I'm not too sure yet. Let's see if they go down. Let's see if they go up. Let's see if we get any stock numbers. Whatever information I get, it will be here on Kickin' Flavor. Get in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about CDG collabing with Nike, and also, are y'all gonna get these Terminator high Como des Garçons? Now let's talk about this Crenshaw Skate Club Nike Dunk collab. We've been hearing a lot about it, a whole lot of talk. Now we seen one picture. The picture was heavily edited. It was covered up with like some pumpkins. Whoever put the picture out there, took the picture, they didn't want us to see too much of the shoe, so they covered it up. But what we did see was the inside tongue of the shoe with a lot of graphics. One shoe said Crenshaw Skate Club on the inside tongue. The other one, it looked like it has the Crenshaw Skate Club logo on blocks, and children of different ethnicities are building the blocks. It looks great. It looks really cool. This is the actual picture that caused so much hype around the shoe, because once you see a shoe like this with that type of graphics on the inside tongue, you know the rest of the shoe must be pretty dope, and we weren't disappointed, man. I'm loving this shoe. I like the aesthetics. Need to see the real thing, need to see a video or, you know, some more angles, but from what we've seen so far, I'm rocking with it. I'm fucking with the shoe. I like the shoe. Now, Crenshaw Skate Club was founded by Tobias McIntosh, all right? And the goal of Crenshaw Skate Club was to empower any inner city skaters from diverse array of backgrounds, all right? So all different type of people of color coming together, skating, celebrating the skateboard culture, something that I'm just a fan of from the outside looking in. I like their fashion, I like their video games, but I don't know how to skate, so I'm not in the culture like that, but I'm definitely a fan of it, and I definitely came up watching skate videos. That was a big deal, even if you couldn't skate. Back in the day when I was in middle school and high school, once the internet came out and stuff like that, it was a lot of dope skate videos that people would just watch, kind of like how And One basketball had the underground tapes that would make rounds, and people would let you, you know, your friends would have them, they let you borrow. The same thing was going on with skate videos. Now, it wasn't as popular, obviously. It was a smaller knit community than basketball, but I remember as a young teen having friends who skateboard, or having friends who are deeper in the culture than me, and watching these videos with them. It was dope. It was dope. It was a lot of fun. So this whole movement reminds me of those days. Some of the promo that I'm seeing from Crenshaw Skate Club is super nostalgic. It takes me back to those old days of watching all type of skate videos. I can't remember the name of them now, but I think one was called Death Wish. Death Wish, I think. I used to watch a lot of Death Wish videos. I think that's the right one. If you old like me, get in the comments. Let me know if y'all remember those Death Wish videos. But their promo, how they're marketing, how their Instagram looks, it reminds me of that. So I'm really excited to see what these young guys got planned, man. Because this is a special shoe. Just from the graphics that we seen, we knew it was going to be a special shoe. Great story behind it. This shoe actually means something. You don't have to be a skater to enjoy diversity in skateboarding, because I enjoy diversity in skateboarding. I enjoy looking at people like, I remember being young, seeing Terry Kennedy skateboard. I never really had seen anybody like him skateboard. Seeing people that Pharrell brought around, just people of color skateboarding, you know, that was such a big deal for me, again, because I'm not a skater, but seeing somebody like Terry Kennedy, seeing somebody like Pharrell bringing young people of color into the skate scene, it was cool, and I just had a lot of respect for it. I bought a lot of ice cream clothing back then to support that, because I was just rocking with that campaign. But like I said, man, not a lot of information about the shoe. When I get any information about sizing, stock numbers, price, or of course the release date, it will be right here on Kickin' Flavor. Get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about the Crenshaw Skate Club dunks. I'm giving these about a 9 out of 10, man. I'm feeling them. The fabric looks like it's gonna be dope. I can't see. That's why we really need a video, or we need some other angles, man. We definitely need some other angles. This is the type of fabric. When you look at the colors, when you look at the fabric, you gotta see that. You gotta see that in real time. So get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about these pictures of this Crenshaw Skate Club dunk. Okay, now let's get into it, man. The Jordan Nike brand has put, now I don't know if they said this, but we're hearing, I believe they put it out there. I believe they put a lot of these numbers out there. If you heard me talk about this, you know that's how I feel when we hear a number that we keep hearing. It's like cemented in our memory months before a shoe drop. We just see that number anywhere. I think Jordan puts these numbers out. I think the Nike brand or Jordan does that. Either way, it's out there. 1 million pairs of DMP 11s projected. Now, this is a good thing for a few reasons. Okay, it could be a bad thing too. I believe that this is because we in a recession, y'all. We in a recession. A lot of shoes are sitting. Okay, a lot of people are just not buying shoes at this point in time. Inflation is up, things are higher. People don't have time to just buy a lot of shoes like they did a few years before. Okay, I'm one of those people. I haven't bought as many shoes this year as I did in a couple years past. All right, just because of inflation, and things like that. I know I'm not the only one. I will buy more shoes this year for sure, but it's not going to be like last year. It's not going to be like the year before. That's why I think the Jordan brand is going to flood the market with this defining moments package 11s to reach certain numbers. I think they have to reach certain quotas, and I think as of now, as of 2023, this year, it's been harder to move product off shelves. But what does that tell us? Well, that tells us a couple of things. That's gonna tell us that this probably won't be the only Jordan like this. When we talk about big time releases, DMP's 11s, that's pretty much as big as it gets. It's a beloved colorway. It's a beloved silhouette. So that's as big as it gets. Let's look at next year. How many reimagined brand 4s do you think there will be next year? I think it should have to be close to 1 million, right? I think it will have to be close to 1 million. The reason that I'm saying this is because with the recession, I feel it's going to be so much pressure on Nike to reach sale numbers. Okay. They will rather put too many out than not put enough out when the average person isn't buying shoes like they once were. Shoes right now are like stocks. Okay, the way that the Jordan Nike culture, the shoe community, not just Jordans and Nikes, I'm just saying it as an example because that's the main shoes that people buy and resell. When you look at the Jordan Nike culture, the resale culture, shoes operate like stocks. Okay, when the recession is down, the buying and trading and bartering of shoes are down, just like stocks, right? We have great companies. We have companies that we know 100% will survive the recession. However, their stock is still down because that's just something that happens when it comes to any type of commerce during a recession. So I think ultimately this is good news. There being 1 million plus pairs of DMPs in the sneaker ecosystem, that's gonna create areas for people who want to buy shoes as close to retail as they can, stash them, put them on ice, put them in the storage, put them in the garage, let them chill. If you get multiple pairs, obviously you want to move them as quickly as possible, but if you can't, it's okay for you to let them chill. Once this recession is over and people start buying back shoes again, guess who's gonna have a nice little war chest, nice little inventory. All right, the people who bought shoes now. The same with stocks. If you are sacrificing and you're investing your money now, dollar cost averaging into stocks now, when these companies get back on track and things start picking up, which they will, recession is just something that happens in the economy. When that picks back up, the people who bought low, they're gonna be able to sell high. So if it's 1 million DMPs, they gonna be low. We gonna get them for the low. They're gonna be retail longer than usual. Okay, so I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this, man. We gotta keep our eye on this because Jordan can control how much a shoe is worth by how much they produce. All right, y'all understand that? Shoes that have lower inventory numbers cost more. So if they keep mass producing shoes, they'll be at a retail rate longer. Buy them, hold them. When things start looking good, when the sneaker industry is back popping again, because it's not popping now. Let's be real. It's a lot of dope shoes coming out, and the shoes are great. The quality is great, but the e-commerce of shoes have slowed down. Let me not say it's not popping, because if you're an established buyer and seller, it is popping for you. But the sneaker economy has slowed down, just like the American economy in general. So what I want us to do, if you listen to this, get in the comments, let me know how you feel. Go to your local malls, all right? Go to your local malls on Saturday when these shoes release, and just take a look around. See how many are sitting. If you see a lot, even if you don't buy that day, even if the colors or the colorways or the drops for that Saturday, you ain't gonna get none of them. You don't even like them. Go see and go look and see how many are sitting, because that's the things that I do. I go to different malls, I see what's sitting there, I see what's making it sit, and I'm noticing now a lot of shoes that would be a whole lot of money 2 or 3 years ago, they're sitting right now and nobody's buying them. That's a chance to double up, triple up, and try to make some money in the near future. But y'all get in the comments, man. I know that was a lot. I'm not no type of stock expert or no economy expert guy. I hope that didn't bore y'all to death. I hope I didn't lose anybody with that. Not saying that I'm smarter, but I don't mean to ramble about something that's really that's not shoe. That doesn't have really anything to do with how shoes look or how cool shoes are. But when you're buying and you're selling shoes and you're interested in shoes, this is the type of research that you just have to pay attention to, even if you don't want to. 1 million DMPs, man, that's a big deal. That's letting me know that we're in a recession. That lets me know it's going to be a lot of dope shoes for cheap. I was just looking on the internet, looking at some shoes for my nieces. I'm seeing Cardinal 7s. I seen some Cardinal 7s below retail. That's a good sign. That means they're sitting. 3 or 4 years from now, those same Cardinals might be worth $400 or $500, man. Go to Flight Club, go to GOAT app, go to StockX, go to any of those shoe boutiques and take a look at the $400 and $500 shoes and see what was going on when they came out. You're gonna be surprised because a lot of those came out and the value of the shoe rose over years. That's what's gonna happen now. So if you get a lot of these drops at retail 2023, 2024, in 2027, 2028, you're gonna be sitting on some big time grails with big time flip opportunity. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Now that was a lot of dope heat that we just discussed, man. That was a big time show. A lot of things in there that I think we should pay attention to, man. Specifically the DMP 11s, 1 million shoes projected, 1 million pair to be produced, man. I'm gonna keep my eye on that because that say a lot about the future of the sneaker game, man. And we gotta start paying attention to things like that. Or if you don't want to, you don't gotta pay attention to things like that. Cause I'm gonna let you know, I'll bring the news to you every week. New shoe information. Now, if you enjoy the content, if you find it useful, if you gon' listen to what I said about the DMP 11 and try to use that strategy to become a flipper, like, share, subscribe, comment, interact with the channel. I enjoy bringing y'all information, whether you use the information or you just think it's entertaining. I enjoy it, man. Get in the comments, interact. Let me know how y'all feel about everything that I'm saying. Am I lost? Am I on point? Am I on track? I don't know. I know that I love sneakers and I love bringing y'all sneaker content. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to see y'all in the next episode. Peace.